Yeah. So check me out. I want to give my little 2 cents about the Bosco 100 slash Ninaboy fight. I definitely think that was. I want to start off by saying my respect to rest in peace Gonzo, and also I tilt my hat to Bosco 100 with that fight right there. They both got in there and they fought. They fought hard, man, and I think that was a good performance. We had a lot to say about that one. But I don't think that Ninaboy was on Bosco 100's level. And with that being said, I feel like it kind of brought down Bosco's, his morale in the fight. Ninaboy said that he didn't get paid. I don't know how all that worked out. To me, I'd have went in there and, spanked him like Uncle Willie's son, like you said you was, and got a bigger bag out of the situation for down the line, and then kind of like showed and proved what you could actually do in the ring. But instead, we got a whole bunch of that. Again, I think it was equally lost. Um, I don't think that Bosco tried so hard due to the fact that Nina Boy was actually kind of running. And when Bosco did actually fall, he slipped. First of all, I want to say he slipped, but it's fair for if you start landing some type of contact as it looks, you're going to pick up some points for that. So you got to get at to Nina Boy, whether you in a street fight or whether you in a boxing ring. If it's not so clear, they're gonna call it one way or another. So, again, I also want to say that I know you wasn't hitting him. I seen it in slow motion, but for those who want to say, yeah, he was tagging him, okay. Um, I think this was less than piss poor overall, as far as what the crowd was expecting. Um, Again, Nina Boy, you kind of sold us on the fact that you was out there training and whatnot, and you kind of had me fooled until I saw that press conference and you swung from down yonder, and let's just say that swing was not so effective. I actually thought it was trash. Um, I feel like you should stick to doing motivational speeches to people, man. And I ain't trying to clown you. I ain't clowning your gangsterism or nothing like that. I know it's a different world when you get to cracking in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And that's all on you and all of that. But I'm talking about in these rings where we're watching it and we're having bets on it and we're laughing and we're joking. That kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as entertainment, I don't feel like I don't know. Maybe you got to come back down the line. You know what I mean? Maybe you got to beat somebody up. Who you can't 40 Glock nobody though. You got to actually really throw the hands with somebody. You got to give that dual head up. We got to see that from you to be like, okay, yeah, he do got it. But other than that, what we saw from there, like we can refer back to Bosco. And this, I'm not trying to be biased or nothing like that, but we can say that Bosco will put up a fight because we know throughout his whole history of being in the public eye, he's been fighting. If all my life I had to fight was a person, Bosco would be that guy. There's one thing we can honestly say is whether he came out on top or he came out lumped up, Bosco showing up to the fight. So I want to get that over with. And I ain't knocking, like I said, Nina Boy's gangsterism is anything like that, but we really don't know too much about, his jacket when it comes to, street fights. We ain't seen nothing document. And for what we saw that night, it was less than piss poor. It was a less than piss poor performance. So, it's going to take that for Nina Boy to redeem himself. We're going to need to see one, heads up and, what I'm saying, a mutual fake enemy you got, what I'm saying, somebody who just want to, shoot the ones with you. Y'all gotta post that. Let people know that you really, what I'm saying, you really do that, whether you win, lose, or draw. Then you probably get back on the card after that. But I do think that the people will say we want Bosco to redeem himself with somebody else. Maybe we do see a DW Flame, or is the Crit Mac dude out? I don't know, but maybe we do. We see somebody who definitely is of that same caliber, as far as star power, and also too, like, fighting. Again, this ain't no diss to Nino Boy as a man. Ain't no telling what you would do in the streets. But I feel like in that ring, when we're talking about, we all in there playing around or probably shooting some fair ones where you ain't street fighting, you actually following some rules, and that's just, you know what I'm saying, fisticuffs. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think that that's your ball game, but it's not just me. I ain't doing nothing but saying what I've observed, like everybody else. Um, yeah, man, that's where my head at is. You got to give. I want to say this, man. A lot of people are like, "Oh, yeah, Bosco slipped." Bosco did slip. That was clear as day. Uh, but you gotta see. Here go to catch. Not even the catch 22. Here's where I'm on the fence at. When you slow down the footage, you see that for the most part, Ninaboy wasn't connecting, and that Bosco was just purely slipping, right? But how close he was, you could that's questionable. So you could kind of say he was grazing him at best, which still would count towards a knockout. I don't know. Y'all be the judge of that shit. To me, I don't think he really knocked him out, but it's fair for him to say that he knocked him. He knocked him down. I can't say knockout. I meant to say knockdown. Yeah, man, that's where I'm at with that. I think that we want to see Bosco again, and we're not really too much counting on another Ninaboy. He's got to show and prove himself.